So kick-off away with Kittle kicking the ball. About 15 out, nice short. Goes straight through the hands of Josh Cotter, not touched, so it'll be the ref's calling it touched, so it's Avoca line out. I didn't see the ball being touched there. But a small knock-on from Terrigal by the looks of it. Set piece early on. 35-minute halves in Premier 2. Ball stolen there. Sakopi Mayer passes the ball along the ground out to, I think it's Harry Hughes. It's a nice clearing kick there. So Avoca on the attack here, just outside the halfway line. They have a full arm advantage. Offside, anything to go by. Avoca have taken the points over the last few games. So about 45 out, directly in front. They're going for the line out option. So Matt Kittle kicks the ball and finds touch there, about 18 metres out from the Terrigal line. Avoca attacking ball. So Avoca bringing a full line out here, so we've got a 7-man line out there. They lost their first line out just moments ago. See if they can rectify that. Going to the back pod. They bring it out. Kittle with the ball. He hits Fletcher Berry short. Ball goes wide. Out to Matt Anderson. Matt Anderson with some solid contact there. Ball's passed out wide. Out to Matt Ritchie. Bit of a wayward pass there out to the hooker, Cooper Elliott. He just brings it in and takes it straight down. Finn Mitchell out to Matt Kittle. Kittle out, short ball to Seb Iguaya. Penalty there to Terrigal, not releasing the ball. So Terrigal let off the hook there. The wind at their back. Harry Hughes with the kick. Not too many metres. Just over the 40-metre line. Terrigal attacking line out here. Todd Atkins with the throw. Straight up there, perfect line out. Sakopi Mayer out to Popo. Popo with the solid first contact, sends him on the back foot. Luke Horrigan there with some more strong contact. Harry Hughes passes the ball wide, straight over the advantage line, but he's taking out, and a slight knock on as well. So Avoca will have the option, either a scrum or a line out. And they're taking the scrum. So Avoca scrum, 40 metres out from their own line. Oh no, Avoca taking the line out, sorry. Full line out for both sides. There's one there from Harry here. Josh Parrish with the run there. Finn Mitchell gets the ball out. Straight to Harrison Bocock. Finn Mitchell with the ball. He dummies, he darts himself. So a really warm day of rugby so far today. In the Colts game, we had the Lakes Maroon defeat Lakes Yellow to book their spot in the grand final against Avoca Beach. Premier 3, we had Terrigal down the Lakes to meet Avoca Beach in the grand final in thirds. Here we are in Premier 2. The winner of this will play the Lakes. All games next week are at Central Coast Stadium. Tickets are online via Ticketek, or the link is on the Central Coast Rugby Union Facebook page. First time in over a decade having the games back at Central Coast Stadium as well. So there'll be a bar, food, you name it, great atmosphere. Kopamea feeds the ball in there. Popo picks it up from the back. Nice little short ball there. Kopamea out to Popo again. Popo places the ball back to Kopamea. Harry Hughes, Todd Atkins met with some solid defence. Still makes over the advantage line. Kopamea to Harry Hughes. Harry Hughes is happy to just pin the corner there. Jesse Byrne working it out of his own 5. Dancing around, he's very isolated here. Beats 1, beats 2, and his support get there to help him out. Kittle with the little chip, it's held up in the wind, so do have a really strong wind behind Terrigal's back, blowing straight in the face of Avoca. So Terrigal line out here, about 18 out from the Avoca line. Josh Cotter wins the ball in the air, straight to a driving maul. Ball comes out of the back. Avoca meet Terrigal with some solid defence there on Luke Horrigan. Out to Harry Hughes. Harry Hughes hits the underline to Richard Hooper. Kopamea, short ball there. Out to Macklin Collins. Brian Metcalf settles the ball in there. Mayer out to Horrigan, out to Popo there. Passes the ball off the ground to Kopamea, out to Josh Cotter. Can Josh Cotter cross the line here? It's held up about 4 or 5 metres out. So Kopamea, another short ball there to Metcalf. So Kopamea with a short ball to his winger. And he's inches away from the line, Ulesi. And that's a try there. So Luke Horrigan picks and goes, 1 metre out from the line. Terrigal on the board, 5-0, 8 minutes into the game. Yeah, mate. Where are you? Hey, mate. Do you have 2 or just 1? Quick try there. Where have you been, mate?
Just sorting out rugby stuff.
Did you bring my schooner in the doggy bag?
I just did a quick inspection of the old pub at Warway and it's looking good. There's not too many players in there, just making sure it's all good in there.
Are you all COVID safe?
Yeah, I think a few of the Arimba Blakes might be in there.
Yeah, the Lakes Maroon Colts boys have just head over as well. Lines up the conversion. He strikes it well, but it goes just to the far right of the post there. So the score is Terrigal 5, Avoca 0, about 9 minutes into this first half. Kittle with the restart here, and they're all in front of the kicker, so a little bit of discipline there to Avoca, just trying to get eager to get back in the game, but Kate was straight onto that.
Again, this could be a pretty even game, I think, Kyle. Terrigal, 3rd grade, straight through, well, not straight through, but through to the grand final next week. Avoca, 3rd grade, already gone through to the grand final next week. This game, I can't really pick at this stage.
Yeah, tight game. So Terrigal have 3 teams in the grand final currently, 1st grade, ladies and Premier 3, President's Cup. Avoca have 2. They have their under-19s and their 3rd grade. And the Lakes have 2 also, under-19s and 2nd grade. So it's going to be a tight game here. See if Terrigal can get their next team in or if Avoca can spoil the party. Hooper there with the pass. Battered down by Avoca. It's been called play on. Avoca still have the ball somehow. So Finn Mitchell digs the ball out of there. If we find a ground marshal, can we come and kick these Lakes players out of the stadium? Tom Cardy, you're a goose. Finn Mitchell with the offload there out to the centre. He hits Jesse Byrne out wide. He's held up and that's a turnover to Terrigal. Terrigal ball on the attack here. Just short of their halfway line. And Avoca have turned the ball back over themselves. So bit of a sloppy game at the moment. Finn Mitchell hits out to Kittle. Kittle goes out the back to Jesse Byrne, and Jesse Byrne's ball goes over the sideline. So Kittle dug the line there, sucked in Toddy Atkins, but the last pass just went wayward. It's going to be an interesting Premier 1 game today as well, mate. What are your thoughts about that?
I think it's going to be different for Arimba actually playing a day game. That line-out's gone long over the top, cleaned up by the number 5, Harrison Bocock for Avoca Beach. Yeah, I think playing day football and actually in the heat for Arimba. They did play the day last week, but it's not this hot though. Yeah, it was. Yeah, good to see you clarify that for me. That's all right. It's been a long final series. So kicking the touch by number 10 for Terrigal, Harry Hughes. So Toddy Atkins throwing this line out. Fairly dynamic from Terrigal there. Just loose at the front, cleaned up by Avoca. Avoca going a little bit wide here, using the space of the field. Interesting option, just a kick from Avoca, called mark by Terrigal. I assume that's a fullback, Matt Lee. So kick not finding touch, just going to be deep. Almost a bit of a juggle there from the Avoca fullback, Jesse Byrne. Kicks it back to Terrigal. Happy to play on there. He's not going to kick it now. He's going to chance his hand. He's going to run it. Out to the winger. He's making good ground out wide. Just avoids a couple of tackles. Managed to retain the ball. Feeding out to Terrigal, coming back to the open side. Good clean out from Terrigal at the ruck. Toddy Atkins offloading.
So Terrigal on the attack here. And straight from the side there. So Avoca ball getting out of their own half. Have to give a special mention to Sam Kenny and the first grade side. From Terrigal at the Terrigal pub cheering the second grade boys on. Terrigal Premier 1 have ventured through to the grand final and they will play either the Lakes or Arimba next week. So Avoca line out, about 36 out from their own line. Overthrow there. Short arm for an early lift from Terrigal. So interesting to see what they'll do here. So Terrigal ball here. Kopi Mayer, a little dart there. He pushes through one. Offload out to Josh Cotter. Great meters there over the advantage line. Kopi Mayer hits Luke Horrigan. Back over the advantage line again. Kopi Mayer, a little box kick there. No one's home. Richard Hooper there with the little flick pass. What a try! Uliesi scores under the post. Puts Terrigal 10-0. How's the vision for the flick pass? Jeez. So Terrigal 10-0 after about 14 minutes. Or 17 minutes, sorry.
So Richard Hooper is Michael Hooper's brother. Waratahs player, Super Rugby player, Australian player, Wallabies captain. Do you know much about his background, about where he's actually played?
I believe he's played a bit of first grade and second grade rugby for Manly Marlins in Sydney. I'm not sure if he's moved down to the Central Coast or he might have a contact there, but yeah. So definitely a good player, comes from a good bloodline, and the kick is converted there. So the score is Terrigal 12, Avoca Beach 0. About 17 minutes into the first half. It's a great leg drive there by Jesse Byrne. He was caught isolated. But he's managed to... Turn over there to Terrigal. Terrigal ball. So Kopi May is just going to pin that corner all day. Blake Irwin just misses the ball there. Avoca line out, pinned down inside their own 22. Must win here for Avoca. Must win their own line out. 7-man, all in. Straight stolen there by Macklin Collins. So Terrigal on the attack here. Inside the Avoca red line. Matthew Anderson with some great defence there, shoots up out of the line and absolutely belted him. Harry Hughes takes a dummy and goes himself. Kopi Mayer looks back to the short side. Macklin Collins knocks the ball on. Avoca on the attack. And that's a full-on penalty to Avoca there. Terrigal attacked the halfback, so Terry will get off the hook there. Initially losing their own line out. Nice clearance kick, sees Avoca inside the Terrigal half. Matt Ritchie to throw the ball in here. See if they can win this line out. Straight overthrow. Ryan Metcalf all over that. Luke Horrigan cleans the ball out there. Harry Hughes is happy to put it up. Put some pressure on the winger here. Jordan Huzaraki. Sorry, mate, I must have got that wrong. I'll just call you Jordan. Kittle runs himself. Avoca is still making meters here, but a turnover is going to be very costly. Number 9 has a dart for himself. That's Finn Mitchell. Kittle. Pins the corner. That's a great kick there. Has Terrigal pinned down in their own half. Matt Anderson coming off the field for a much-needed spell. It's been pretty big so far this half. Ball goes to Kittle. Kittle hits Fletcher Berry short. Comes out wide. Jesse Byrne. He holds. He passes around to Kittle. Kittle down the sideline. And he kicks it out on the full. Todd Atkins to throw the ball after a little bit of a brain explosion from Kittle there. He was isolated. Todd Atkins hits his man Macklin. Ryan Metcalf. A few little knock-ons there. So Avoca get the ball back. 25 out from the Terrigal line, almost centre field. Kate's just reached to her pocket, but it's not a card. She was grabbing a hanky. So who have your co-commentators so far today been, mate?
We had Nick Meyer do the Colts. He's the current rep coach, which was good for him to have a look at the Colts. Leading to next year will be the country champs, hopefully back on at Tamworth. Some exceptional Colts players this year. That's just messy at the back of the scrum there. Cade's give a penalty, Terrigal. Quick tap. Well, a slip over then. Offside then. Kate's gone again. Marching Terrigal down the field. Will she go to the pocket? Yet, not yet. Yeah, and then Toddy Wills, who's on the board, next rep coach, first grade coach, former Hornsby first grade coach, did the President's Cup game, which Terrigal ended up winning quite easily in the end. Kyle, did you make it on?
Didn't make it on, but that's because I've played probably 2 games all year, mate. Was happy to sit on the sideline and enjoy my win with the Colts. But yeah, as you were saying, a great game of Colts. Come down to the last play. Some really talented boys. So Central Coast under-19s rep futures looking pretty high. Short arm there to Terrigal for the Avoca line-out jumpers jumping across. Is that right? I think that's what her arm signals were for. So all been Terrigal this game today. So Terrigal with the feed inside the Avoca half. Harry Hughes has got guys lined up on his inside and outside, and he's got plenty of speed out wide. So let's see what he's going to do here. Could just pin that back corner because there is no one home there. The winger's up in the defensive line. May out to Hughes. Hughes hits short, and he's met with some good defence there by Kittle. Mayer looks to get the ball out quick. Comes out to Hurst. He's out to Hooper. Hooper down the sideline. He burns one. He gets clocked high. Penalty try. Terrigal 19, Avoca 0. I don't know if there'll be a card as well, but that's a penalty try for a high tackle on the last line of defence. And she's reaching to her pocket. Is it for the hanky or is it for the card? Obviously, most who are tuning in will realise there's no conversion at goal for a penalty try. Automatic goal. So 19, Terrigal, Avoca 0. 10 minutes left in the half.
So for a penalty try, Kate had to be absolutely certain that he was going to score a try there. And I think it was probably a good call from that run. Yeah, there was no one in front of him. Tackle was high from behind. Interesting no card, though. penalty try, but hasn't reached in for a card. So Avoca Beach 0, Terrigal 19, 9.5 minutes remaining. Knock on from the kick-off there, a bit scrappy from Terrigal. So Terrigal has shot away to an early lead with 3 tries in front. What they don't want to do, though, is start buying their tickets to the grand final just yet.
Yeah, Terrigal have got a really strong breeze behind their back as well, so Avoca haven't had the chance to get out of their half. When you have seen them kick, the ball's just held straight up in the air, so Terrigal should try and use this wind as much as they can while they have it. The second half will probably be an even affair, I think. Jesse Byrne takes a solid run there. Avoca must get points from this. It's a good solid run there, met by Sally Popo. Some strong contact out there, mate. Diving straight over the ruck by Macklin there. I don't think the ref's seen it. Nope, she's been called by an AR. So Macklin Collins there, straight over the ruck. I don't think it's worth taking the 3 here, mate. What do you think?
No, they need to score a try. Definite penalty, though, like just diving straight over, off his feet. So for those newish, they are going to go for a shot. Semi-final football, they want the points. Yeah, for those newish or those league players out there, you have to be on your feet when you come through the ruck there. You just can't dive over the top. So someone's screaming at something for something. I think they're about the water boys carrying water on for a penalty. I think technically he's right that Terrigal can't take water on a penalty, but I don't think it's going to change the outcome of the game if they do that.
I think they've changed the rules today, being nearly 30 degrees, playing in late spring or mid-spring. They've let them run the water on today, so I've been told. Avoca Beach blowing up here about Terrigal getting water. In the grand scheme of things, I think it doesn't really matter, mate. Avoca here, leaguey fullback, he grounds it. He learnt the rule. Yes. So 22 drop out to Avoca here, and oh no.
So just in front of us now, we've got Scott Thornton, who refereed first grade last week. Scotty, come up and join, have a chat. First grade, you refereed first grade the last couple of weeks. You've had first grade games. Yeah, mate. Yeah. AR this week. But what's your thoughts about first grade game this week?
Yeah, look, it's going to be a tough one. They're both pretty good finishers, both Lakes and Arimba. So I think if they put in the whole effort through the whole game, it's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, do you think it'll make much of a difference in this heat? Do you think it's going to affect either side worse than the other?
Yeah, look, they're both pretty fit teams, so I don't actually think it's going to affect them at all. It'll probably cool down a little bit later in the afternoon, sorry. So, yeah, I think it's they'll try to run it right, I'm sure, out in the backs and maybe use the forwards a little less, but it's anyone's game.
So, can I ask, Scotty, drop this week? No refereeing, it's a week off. They're resting you for a week.
Yeah, mate, I'm getting a week off. Look, critical error I did last week, mate. I've paid the price. So,
really, is that what you? Jeez, harsh in referees' world, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. If you don't come up to the scratch of Tony Fury, you're out.
Well, I don't think there's any player out there that hasn't made a critical error at some stage. I made plenty of them.
Yeah, mate, that's it. It's just like in this level of footy. You know, if you, this time of the year, if you don't play the game you need to play to make the next week, you don't play.
There was a penalty to Avoca. They've kicked it down. You're going to be at 10 metres out for a line out. Yeah, I think my last critical error was I think David Hall called it a cynical foul. And I think that was my last error on the football field ever.
What about in the commentary box?
Yeah, plenty in the commentary box. That's stuff up all the time. I didn't even know what a cynical foul was until David Hall gave me a cynical foul against Avoca. Against the Rimba it was. That line out has gone way long. Cleaned up by number 7 for Terrigal. Happy to kick it downtown. No fullback home. Jesse's running back now. We'll clean up that just over the 22 mark. He's going to run it. That's a penalty to Avoca. Terrigal's coming off the top. Off their feet. Am I correct there, Scotty?
Yeah, looks like it. He's coming off his feet, not going to Avoca play a ball out of his hands, but he came in off the wrong side.
So plenty of that Terrigal side have first grade experience this year, I think, Kyle. I think a lot of those players have played first grade at some stage throughout the year. Yeah. Actually, yeah, is there a few from Avoca that played first grade?
I think so, absolutely.
That was not straight. I can tell from here. Avoca quick to play, or happy to play quick ball. Finn Mitchell, halfback, taking it out wide. To that wing is quick. Number 14, he'll go all the way there. That's a try to Avoca by number 14. Massive turn of space at speed there. Cameron Steer from Avoca. So Avoca Beach 8, Terrigal 19, kick to come, 2 minutes remaining in the Premier 2 game. What about the women's game, Scotty? We've got Avoca Beach versus Hornsby. Again, I think two really different sides. Avoca, very forward orientated. Hornsby, that, really quick wingers.
Yeah, look, I think the women's comp's been fantastic again this year, same as last year, and extending it out to 10s has really opened it up. But yeah, it's a lot of forward play, I think, across the park in the women's. But once those speedy backs get the ball, I think there's no catching them, both sides.
Yeah, Hornsby won the regular season. But then, I guess the only disappointing thing is the number of buys the girls have. So I know Hornsby, leading to last week, had 3 buys. Takes a conversion there. It's just gone wide off to the left. So Avoca Beach 8, Terrigal 19, 1 minute in the first half remaining. Yeah, Hornsby had 3 buys leading to their game last week. So, Terrigal started on fire. Hornsby was slow to react, which is probably understandable given those buys. You better talk.
Yeah, mate, I was watching the game. It's a very enthralling game we've got going on here with the last minute.
Yeah, there was a comment, not a question, wasn't it? Well, Finn Mitchell just skewed off the side of his boot there. Terrigal will get an attacking line out with 40 seconds to go. Toddy Atkins has the ball. Terrigal keen to set a quick line out here. And setting up a rolling maul, so he's got a maul happening. You don't see too many of these in the game anymore. Controlled well by Terrigal, actually. So now they have to use it. No, Kate's given she's seen something from the side. Is it Scotty there?
Coming in from the side there, just as the fella's gone down. He's letting it play. That's what we like to see from the ref, is let it play.
This will be disappointing for Avoca if Terrigal score here. The hoot is about to go off. Terrigal with a quick tap. Is that Hooper, I think? And she's only about a metre out from the line there. Kate's on the solid defence. Kate's right on the spot. Terrigal just picking, driving. And she's given the try. Couldn't see who scored that. think that's it. From our angle, I can't see who's getting the most pats. I think everyone's getting a bum slap.
Good team effort, team effort. That's what we'd like to see, absolutely.
Yeah, that's disappointing for Avoca. Right on the buzzer. It just really came off from one. There you go, one critical error. And Terrigal capitalised on that kick.
That's right, it's the critical errors that keep you in or out of the game.
Or as Dave calls it, a cynical foul. So I've just been advised that there's been an accident on the M1. There's massive traffic delays. So we're just trying to establish how the Hornsby girls are going. Hopefully that won't cause any delay in the women's game, which is due next. But we're waiting to see. Apparently the traffic's moving on the M1. Yeah, that conversion's just gone wide. So half time in second grade. Deep kick off from Terrigal, caught well by Avoca there. Avoca happy to go ball in hand. A few hit-ups, just going wide a little bit. Hanging on to the ball there, so Kate's giving a penalty to Terrigal. So that's not a good start from Avoca. It's probably what they didn't want to happen. About 23 metres out, almost in front of the sticks. So they've pointed to the post, so they'll go for the penalty here. So that's something I'm sure Avoca coaches didn't talk about, is giving away the penalty. They probably had the opportunity to exit from their own danger zone, but chose to run it and paid a bit of a price by not getting rid of the ball. Well, let off there from Avoca there. He's pushed out wide, so no penalty, no further points to Terrigal. Avoca looking for a quick start for the dropout for the 22. And they've done that successfully now. They're short little plants, so they've got maintained possession. Penalty to Avoca. I'm not exactly sure what that was for. High tackle, was it, Cole? So kick goes out just near the probably about 30 metres out. Avoca pods are setting a bit wider. They're running a little bit wider than the ruck. I'm not sure if that's working for them as such, because they are getting a bit isolated by running a bit wider. Just a sloppy line out from Avoca, but they've cleaned that up and managed to maintain possession. 10 sees a bit of a hole. Great offload, but just wasn't held. So Matt Kittle just saw a little half break then. But Kate's called that back. It was an advantage from the line out. Line out infringement. Knock on both ways. So David Hall, referee to the Colts game today. Great game of Colts today, Dave.
It was a fantastic game of football. Both teams put on a real good display and fantastic running rugby. It was a real exciting game, very close in the end.
So you've done the Colts the last couple of weeks as well, haven't you? You've been involved in Colts football throughout the year?
No, that's been my first experience of the Colts comp this year.
Well, I'll take that back. See what I know about Southern Coast rugby. Not much. But that'll leave the Lakes Maroon, the Lakes Lakeside, against Avoca in the Colts, which I think will be a cracking grand final.
Yeah, look, I think last week the Lakes Maroon side looked like they didn't seem to stick to their game plan. I think they got drawn out of what they would like to do. and a couple of cards issued, saw some players off the field. That didn't help. I think if they play the way they did today next week, it's going to be a really, really good game of footy. And, I think they showed today that they've got what it takes to win a game. But Avoca certainly gave them a bit of a touch-up last week. So I think it's going to be a very good game next week.
So that was a turnover to Terrigal. Opportunity to clear, but it's been a knock on then by not McKittle, by Harry Hughes at 10 there. So they'll be scrum to Avoca in a pretty good attacking zone here. They need to try and secure some early points in this half. So a bit of a breeze coming through now. I think it's starting to pick up a little bit, but definitely keeping a bit cooler than it was earlier. I think there was no breeze earlier.
It's still pretty warm out in the middle there. The referees at half-time were saying that it's still quite warm out there. It's been, it's hotter than what they were predicting, and you can feel it out in the middle.
So can we clarify, there has been a bit of a change there where we're allowing the trainers on the field more than usual?
I was advised at the beginning of the day that the board are allowing the water to be run.
Sorry, there's a little chip through from Avoca then. Oh, cleaned up by Terrigal. No, but Kate's got them for offside anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying she's marched them 10 metres as well for a bit of back chat. That's what happens when you open your mouth to a referee. And I was just saying, I was advised this morning the board are allowing water to be run on it at the penalties because it is quite warm out there, and you really are the players are feeling it. It's quite sapping, so I think that the extra water is probably going to help players stay hydrated and get through these games.
I think too they haven't played as much rugby as they would have normally at this time of the year, so maybe fitness it might be better or might be worse, but that is marginally not straight, but it's good to go. So Avoca beat Jake, Terrigal 24. Just over 28 minutes remaining this half. So the winner of this game, that's another penalty, Avoca. Hands in the ruck. So once the ruck's formed, you can't use your hands to rake the ball back, which was pretty clear from here. So the winner of this game will go through to the grand final next week at Central Coast Stadium. So you can buy tickets online at ticketek.com for those tickets. Be a great day of rugby. The crowd will be capped at 4,000. So we're expecting a massive crowd there. With doing a fair bit of marketing along with the council and the stadium. So don't delay. Jump in and get your tickets as early as possible. There's only certain seats we can fill at the stadium. Again, just another scrappy line out from Avoca. I think it was going to be good at 2, but just couldn't maintain it there. Midfield, or the box 6, I should say. Cleaned up by the number 8, driven by Toddy, who's an absolute crowd favourite.
I think only amongst his own club is he a crowd favourite. I think I've heard a few comments in the other way on the other end of the grandstand today. So
I think the good thing about Toddy is he bags himself as much as everyone else does. But he's always good for a laugh, and he's been playing for I don't know how long, but yeah, he's looking a lot fitter, and he'd be feeling the heat, that's for sure.
So Terrigal ball on the Avoca 40-metre line. So Kopi Mayer just pins that corner. Is it going to be too deep? That's a great kick there. Jesse Byrne, he knows he needs points, so he's trying to burn him on the outside. He beats one. He throws a long ball out. Passes it back. That's a great counter-attacking play there. So a Terrigal line out here, 30, 35 out from their own line. So the Arimba Premier 1 boys coming in today. Coming in now, Luke Mack with the cheeky wink.
Leaky Mag has bought his own whiteboard. I'm just trying to read what's on the bit of inspirational quotes from Luke Mack on the whiteboard. Do your job, brotherhood. Godfather. So some great words there. Godfather would, absolutely refers to Mick Middleton, legend. Well, legend of Central Coast Rugby. He's been the manager of the rep side for a number of years. Had a bit of a stroke or an incident overseas. So I wish him all the best. He certainly will be tuning into the live stream to watch Arimba play this afternoon. Avoca have an attacking line out. About 10 metres out. Minor score, Avoca Beach 8, Terrigal 24. So best wishes to Mick over in Dubai from the Central Coast Rugby community. Good line out from Avoca. Going wide early, Jesse. He's tied up. He's having to run the ball, Jesse. He's quite elusive. But I think maybe just a little bit on his own there. Better play from Avoca now, just being a bit more patient. But Terrigal is certainly there in numbers at the breakdown. Just holding it up, slow to come out. Paying for the 12, elusive run. That's a try underneath the sticks. A good try to ferry Fletcher Berry. Fletcher Berry for Avoca. I think they really needed to score first. Get some points on the board. Takes it to Avoca Beach 13, Terrigal 24. So what's your tips for the Premier 1 game, Dave?
Look, I think it's going to be a very interesting game. I think that the last 2 weeks, Arimba have definitely started off slow and have been trying to make some late comebacks. I'm not sure they'll be able to get away with that a third week in a row. I think that they really need to play from the start. Lakes will be looking to make up for their efforts last week. I think, it's going to go either way. I honestly think it's going to come down to the team that can play the more disciplined rugby this week will be the team that probably come away with the points. If not give away too many penalties, keep their heads about them and just play some good disciplined rugby. I think that's the team that's going to get up.
Yeah, I think I totally agree. Nothing startling between them. Lake's probably a little bit more elusive with their fullback. That conversion was successful to Avoca, so Avoca beats 15, Terrigal 24, just over 22 minutes remaining this half. So far from over, Cole, this game?
Yeah, still a really close game. I think that try on halftime to Terrigal is going to prove costly because they scored right on the bell. Josh Cotter down here getting some attention. Bit of a crowd out there in the car park at the moment. Owning your ute would be hot property today.
It actually looks like good old country rugby. The utes backed up to the fence. Bit of a crowd in the back of the units. All social distancing. Although I still think, with a live stream, I think I'd much rather be sitting somewhere in the shade with a cold beer in hand.
Yeah, I heard the Colts coach gave them some cash for beers. That's why they're there. Got stitched up, I bet. So what do we got here? We'll get back to the rugby eventually. So we've got Josh Cotter coming off. And it looks like a Terrigal feed. I'm not sure. Oh, the man's here, Big H. Central Coast Rugby Union rep coach. He's here. It's recovered. So we've got a Terrigal feed here. I think they'll go probably up the blind side. It's not a massive difference, but I think they're going to go short here to Harry Hughes, and up they go wide. Richard Hooper steps one. He's tackled. He's pretty isolated there. Metcalf straight over though. Perfect job from your number 7. Because we know black backs don't clear out their own ball. Luke Horrigan there with another strong carry. Scopey Mayer gets it out the back, but it's a turnover. Off his feet, the Toddy Atkins, Kate's called. Or coming in from the side, sorry.
That kick didn't make touch. Terrigal now on the attack. Good defence by Avoca there. Terrigal going to go now wide. Terrigal just haven't managed to put this game away. I think they've been in great attacking opportunity to put it away. Harry Hughes just kicks down to the fullback, Jesse. Great tackle, Jesse. But he's had some great runs, Jesse, I think, from the back there. Happy to back himself. He's quite a elusive runner.
Yeah, the Terrigal guy was either the fastest man alive or about 6 metres in front of the kicker. No comment. Oh, intercept! Number 13 will score under the post to put the score 20-24. Terrigal lead. Josh Parrish, clutch moment. Kittle should add the extras in the score. We're looking at 24 Terrigal, 22 Avoca. After being down 24-5, they're back in this ball game. Wow. Conversion successful. Terrigal 24, Avoca 22, 18 minutes to go. Avoca have clawed their way back in this ball game.
It's interesting that Terrigal have not. They really haven't been firing the way they were in the first 20-25 of the game. They're trying to slow the game down a little bit rather than use the backs that they were in the first half. I think they seem to have got away from what got them the lead.
Yeah, they've made a few substitutions due to injury as well. So Andrew Gowlings came off, Josh Cotter's come off, some of their starters. But let's see if Avoca can get their nose in front, or Terrigal if they're going to tighten up a bit and play some better rugby. Short ball there to Avoca. Finn Mitchell gets the ball out to Matt Anderson. Playing in the forwards, Anderson in the forwards. That's a change. Penalty to Terrigal in front. March 10 metres. You'd think they'd take the shot here to go up by 5. Scopey goes for the quick tap, but let's see what they're going to do. Up by 2. Kick this, you're up by 5. Still a 1-point ball game, but yep, they're going to take the shot. So Blake Irwin here to add the extras. About 23 metres out, directly in front. Not what you want after a try to give a penalty away in your own red zone and then get marched 10 metres.
Especially in attack.
Yeah, especially in attack. I'd say the skill level this year in all grades is, I think it's one of the highest I've seen for a long time. Blake Irwin to add the extras here. Kicking into the wind. And he misses that. Yeah, that's right. Matt Anderson with a good tackle there, tries to hold him up, straight onto the ball. I'm not sure if he released the player. Yeah, tackler didn't release there. The Avoca bench are going crazy, but I think the right call was made. So Terrigal kicking for touch. They should have the ball around the Avoca 22. Hooper here, running straight up the middle. So Kopi Mayer out to Luke Horrigan, brings it in, he's isolated. So Kopi Mayer passes the ball out to Todd Atkins. Todd Atkins gets pushed back. Penalty to Terrigal, so looks like Kate's might go in a pocket or a warning.
I think she'll be looking at a warning here. I think Avoca have given away a few too many penalties in the last few minutes inside their own half, especially in that 22 area. So looks like she's given a bit of a chat to the captain and told him we need to clean it up down this end of the field, otherwise she'll have to consider pulling the cards out, which no one wants to see.
Yeah, that's right. So Blake Irwin looks to add the extras. Missed his last kick slightly. I'm sure he won't miss this one. So once again, the winner of this game faces the Lakes Premier 2 next week at Central Coast Stadium. These two teams have played earlier this season, about 4 weeks ago, with Terrigal winning that game quite convincingly. And Blake Irwin has no problems there adding the extras, so the score is 27-22. 13 minutes left. Terrigal will have the lead.
So an exciting 15 minutes of rugby left to play, 13 minutes of rugby left to play. Terrigal have had numerous chances to try and close this game out, but have just left Avoca still in the hunt. Kick off well taken by Terrigal. Harry Hughes, the number 10's played well. Jesse, the fullback for Avoca, takes it. And true to form, he's doing all games. Happy to run that. And straight into the Terrigal line. Taken well from a fullback. Counter-attack by Terrigal here. This could be a turnover. And that is, Toddy Atkins. Penalty to Avoca. Quick tap by the number 3, the prop. Offloads, takes the ball to 22. Penalty again to Avoca. Kate will be happy to play advantage here. I think it was an offside penalty.
Yeah, offside penalty here. It'll be interesting if they don't score, if they take the 3. There's plenty of time left in the game. They are down by 5, but they want to bring that margin down as low as possible because there is still a long time left. So Kittle there beats 1. Finn Mitchell gets the ball out, hits Jesse Byrne, steps 1, steps 2. Held up about 5 metres out from the line. Mitchell goes to the short side. He's tackled well. Go back to the first infringement. Let's see what Avoca do. If they're going to take the points, get closer on the score. I think the smart option is probably to take the points with so much time left. But we'll see what they'll do. Yeah, so they're taking the shot. If this kick is successful, the score will be 27-25, Terrigal to lead. Metcalf having a little chat with Kate there, saying he's only 4 foot tall, ma'am. It's not my fault I tackled him high.
There's not a lot of height difference between Kate and Metcalf there. So no time off in second grade. The clock's still going, 11 minutes down. So I think Ryan's quite happy to have a chat and slow play down a little bit. Delay the kick. Successful kick to Kittle. So Avoca now within a penalty of Terrigal. Ten and a half minutes to go. Avoca Beach 25, Terrigal 27. Kick-off taken well by Avoca there to secure the ball. Avoca keep punching up through the middle. Gone back to Jesse, who again decides to run it. There's not a lot of room there. He couldn't get isolated here. Avoca happy for phase play. They're not going to lose possession at the moment. That's a penalty to Terrigal. Hanging onto the ball at the ruck there. Just a bit slow to use that ball. Just didn't come out of the back of the ruck. Nine and a half minutes to go. Avoca Beach 25, Terrigal 27. Terrigal kick for the sideline. About 23 metres out from the Terrigal try line. Toddy Atkins to take the throw. Line out secured by Terrigal. Former ruck, but the number 4 comes off the back. Come on there, inside ball to Hooper. Great mileage, sucking up defenders there from Avoca. They've got numbers out to the left. Penalty to Avoca. I think that was coming off with her feet. Matt Kittle finding touch, just short of halfway for Avoca. Avoca will have a line out. 8.5 minutes to go. Avoca Beach 25, Terrigal 27. Terrigal certainly have the height advantage in the line out here. Well taken by Avoca there. Halfback Finn Mitchell just barking orders to the back of the ruck there, lining up his troops. Kick through by Avoca. That ball's going to find touch. About 10 metres out from the Terrigal try line. Ball fairly easy taken by Terrigal there. Number 10, Harry Hughes kicks it to the Terrigal winger. They've connected here. They've got some pace, I think, the ball out. Matty Anderson taking that ball up. It's come loose. Jesse Burns got that at the back now. Elusive runner again. They're trying to hold him up, Terrigal. That ball's not coming out. That was held up by Terrigal well. And that ball was tied up in that ruck there. So if you take it in, you're caught with the ball, then you're going to lose it. 6.5 minutes remaining in this game. Avoca Beach 25, Terrigal 27. So a bit of a ute crowd in the car park then. Looks fairly hot over there.
Lots of singlets and sunburn, I reckon. That's the Lakes Premier 3 side and the Colts boys enjoying them free soft drinks, we'll call it. Yeah, I think I can see Avoca stealing it here. Terrigal had so many chances this half, but that wind is just so hard to play into. So Hurst there, played first grade last week in the centres. Harry Hughes with the dummy. Kopi Mayer takes it, he goes himself, beats one, and he knocks the ball on. Kittle here. Kittle brings it in tight. Avoca are back on the attack. Can they steal this? 4 minutes to go. Still plenty of time. Finn Mitchell there up the short side. Ran by himself. He's very lucky he had some forwards there. Oh, and a penalty to Avoca. Would they take the shot? Matt Kittle can kick him from anywhere. He's taking the headgear off. He wants it. He wants his shot to win his team the game. Terrigal, be careful not to back chat here because they don't want to give Avoca an extra 10 metres on this kick. So Kittle to add the extras. 4 minutes to go. Avoca 25, Terrigal 27.
Very poor discipline there by Terrigal at the breakdown. You're in your own half. It's not the time to be giving penalties at the ruck. Off their feet and hands in the ruck was the call, and it's given Avoca a chance to take the lead here with only just over 3 to go. So it's coming down to the wire, but very, very poor discipline there.
So Terrigal make a sub. They put Andrew Gowling back on the field and they take Kopi Mayer off. If Terrigal do lose, it'll be a hard way to go out, going the whole season undefeated and losing both semi-finals. So he misses that slightly to the right. Terrigal hold on. 3 minutes to go. There's nothing in this game.
Three minutes with the Terrigal line out. Avoca can still win this game. Yeah, it didn't go that far for that dropout, a bit wobbly, which is actually quite difficult to take. Avoca will want to maintain possession here. What do you reckon, Kyle? They got someone that could take a field goal from here?
I don't know if they'd risk it. I think they'll just chip away. Jesse Byrne, forward pass. Nope, that's fine. Ball's gone back to Jesse Byrne. It was a forward pass. She's coming back for a penalty, and I think there could be a card here. That's against Terrigal, yep. So Kittle's going to have another shot, you would say. A little bit closer this time. Oh, probably the same out, so about 28 out, maybe 15 from the sideline.
I thought Kate was running to the touching to get a good clarification. They've chosen not to go for the penalty.
Yeah. So my suggestion, or what I think is going to happen, I think Avoca will 7-man line out, they'll pull the ball down, and they'll try and drive over the Terrigal pack.
And try and keep it tight, try and inch your way up the field, or possibly get a penalty a lot closer to the goals here.
They have to win this line out, must win. Anderson in the air, knocks it back, Terrigal knock on. Oh, Avoca knock on. Terrigal ball, 1 minute 30 left. Touch judge is calling something here. Touch judge is backing Kate's decision. Back chat there.
That's just poor discipline. You're getting a scrum 10 out from the line, even if you don't agree with the call. To mouth off at this point of the game, that close to the line, is just a very, very poor choice by the Avoca team. That could cost them the game in the end. That could be the difference with a minute to go.
Yeah, so Terrigal will go for the line. It's at 24 out. Avoca, if they want to win this game, I think they must spoil this line out. Must spoil. Look for Terrigal to go to Macklin Collins there, the long-haired flanker. And Terrigal don't get up to contest. Avoca don't get up to contest. Ryan Metcalf takes the ball. Yeah. Big game players here. Avoca rushing out. Some good defence there. Number 19's not rolling away. Ball still in from the side. Nope, counter ruck. Yeah, so from the side there. 11 seconds to go. I think they'll kick for touch here. Game's over. Metcalf's down. Hopefully he's all right for the grand final, or he's just been a great captain. That's full time. Oh, it's not even Metcalf. Sorry, mate. So, next week, the Lakes versus Terrigal. Premier 2 grand final.
Coming up after this game, we have the Hornsby girls versus the Avoca girls in the women's 10s game. And with Barthy and Myrna, we'll be commentating the next 2 games.